All right, good evening, good evening. I apologize because it looks like there might have been two different links sent out. Okay, cool. It looks like I'm on the right one because people are showing up. But good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Um, I wanted to go over a few things before we go ahead and jump into the session, allow some people to hop on. I just wanted to say thank you for all my Lions Wall Street students and everybody who's been plugging in. So far as the signals, we're gonna kind of go over a little bit more on how to operate the app right now. I feel like that is a vital, the trading app specifically is what I'm talking about, but I feel like that is a vital piece in knowing how to use these signals, and then also just the context of these signals, just understanding what you're looking at when you do receive a signal so that you guys can be profitable in the market. And ideally, you see enough of the trends or the patterns and how these signals are going out that you can, find something that works for you within the market. So my goal is for you not to be dependent on any signal or any group or anyone to make money. So that's one thing I want you guys to keep track of. Give me 1 second. Looks like it is multiple links out there because I got people showing up on this other Zoom. Give me one moment. Let me get everybody together. Second. I will go ahead and start sharing my screen. Yeah, I'm not sure. It keeps sending out two links, guys, for the Google alert. It keeps sending out two, and I got to figure out what on the back end is making it do that because I feel like every Wednesday, um, this either I'm missing you guys or you guys are missing me. But we're gonna get into it here shortly. I appreciate you. Send, send us out, send the correct link out to a few more people. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump into the lesson. Let's see, we have all good. And then in a nutshell, go ahead and start sharing the screen. Okay. And like I said, I really want you guys to understand how the charts work, number one, but also more importantly, tonight we're going to go over, practical application. Obviously, we've been looking at the Fibonacci, we've been looking at the MACD, we've been looking at the stochastic, we've been looking at the EMAs and how they're being used. But what's more important is actually understanding how to use the actual broker and to place your trades. So, and I want to tie in the signals that you guys have been seeing with also, how to manage those signals and how to manage a trade and some of the things you should be looking for when you're inside of a trade. You got me? So you guys aren't completely lost or waiting for me to tell you guys or ask you guys about a certain thing. I want you guys to get as independent as quickly as possible so that you guys can start identifying opportunities for yourselves. Obviously, the signal I give out, it is headed that way. It was an 8 to 24 hour signal. I do see getting up to 29.10 easily. So we are headed back that way. So I'm not sure if you got in at that 28 or that 28.90 level. Kudos to you. Um, and for everyone else, if you have not joined our WhatsApp group, let me know and I can get you the link. And from there, we're off here. But it's Lionheart LeQuinn, your favorite trading instructor. We're going to go ahead and get into it. But first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and open up this broker. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a different account going on here. I'm gonna go to another account because I want to see you guys. I want you guys to play some trades. One moment. Okay, there we go. Just the Zoom tool is always in the way. God darn, this is not the account that I need to be working in. Goodness. Hold on 1 second, guys. And also tonight, I would like to use tonight for you guys to ask some questions that may have been on your mind. Obviously, if you've been coming to class for 2 weeks, I'm sure there's some things that you might have seen in the market that you might have had some questions about. And if you don't have any questions now, definitely feel free to go ahead and ask me whatever questions are. But write them down when you have them. If you haven't started a training journal, just something where at least you're putting in entries on how you're interpreting the field, interpreting the markets, while you're trading. That's definitely something you want to have for yourself. I'll say it like this: the more that you can retain, and the more information that you can pull from your past trading, the easier. There we go. Use the demo account. The easier it is for you guys to grow and excel when you're trying to make money in the market. There's a huge self-development part of this that most people, if you ignore, you're going to end up going through the same exact situations over and over and over again while you're trading, and it's a frustrating thing. I've been there. I don't want you guys to go through that, and the best way to really grow exponentially is to document. So you can go back and be like, oh yeah, 3 weeks ago I was feeling this way and I did trade this way and this was the result. And when you can do that repeatedly, it will allow you to, soak in so much more from a different perspective. You got me? All right. So give me 1 second. Let me get this screen locked in. Okay, there we go. All right. So maneuvering our broker. Obviously, things aren't cut and dry on here. I'm not going to say it's not user friendly because most brokers look like this. So I'm not going to say it's not user friendly. There's things that you can, switch up and tailor that I do like about this broker. You can make your trades big depending on what you got going on. I just want you guys to get the functionality of how to use your broker. You got me? And there's certain ways that you can set up your own so that it might make sense for you. So let's say you're somebody who places 30 trades a day all at once. Obviously, you want to have most of this up here, right? You want it looking like something like that. Whatever it is for you, you want to be able to maneuver around your broker, know where to find things. So I'm going to kind of go over that just briefly. So right here, we got the sell button, we got the buy button, and we got our lot size, right? So right here is where obviously, you can select from favorites, you can create your own playlist or your not playlist, market list. But in all honesty, I just keep it simple. If I need something, I'm just gonna go here. But if you have like a gold market that you tap into, like you might have all your gold in one, so you can just click on it, and then all your gold markets pop up for yourself. All right, so that just so you know, all you gotta do is type in here whatever it is. So if we're going to GBPEU, uh, GBP actually. So whatever it is, you're typing it in, it's pulling up on the market. I don't necessarily use this market. I don't use this chart. I mean, I like to use TradingView, and that's just because there's a lot more tools and markups. I kind of try to keep this as clean as possible, so I focus on my trading only. And ideally, once you understand that there's certain ways to do certain things multiple different ways. So if I stretch this out, you'll notice there's a bid and an ask button right here. There's a spread right here, right? Things that you probably didn't know that were there, right? And so in a nutshell, you got the same buy and sell tools, but here's another way that you can enter market. If you look at this trade button right here, if you hover over it, it says trade. But obviously, this is one more way that you can place a trade, but this would be with the stop loss and the take profit, right? This button right here, this is a demo account. So don't worry about the trades. This is demo account, doesn't even matter. Nonetheless, This one right here, all these different things are editable, all these different sections. Make sure you are paying attention to the ID. Make sure you're paying attention to the market when you have multiple trades going up here. For instance, if I see how many times, right? I just opened up like 5 or 6 more trades, right? It would look a little bit difficult if you got gold and AUD and they're mixed in different prices. And so you want to make sure that you're paying attention while you're in modifying your stop losses, modifying your take profits. Uh, Going over this class is I know everyone hasn't had time to actually play with the broker, but go into your demo account, just start pressing buttons. You can't mess anything up. Just make sure you're in your demo account. Make sure it's not a live account, and just understand like clearly it's really more about being comfortable. So when you get that signal, you know exactly what to press. So you're double clicking in here, double clicking in there to change the take profits. If I wanted to go to one of the goals, take profit at 29.10, boom. And you must press enter. You can't just like tap into the next box. You must press enter. So if you're wondering why it's not going, that would be why. You got me 4900. All right. So now I want to keep this relevant to the signal that we send out there or that you receive, right? So in a nutshell, this is the signal that went out today. So when I talk about the context of how you're getting in for your trades versus how you're managing your trade, you want to be looking at obviously the best entry. Of course, you want to know that you're getting in for a buy, so you're pressing the right button. But second most important thing is your best entry. So gold went down when I had this when I sent this signal out. Gold was at about 28.94 ish. I think it might have went down to 28.92. So when I say area or when you see a best entry, you want to try to get as close as that to possible. So let's say if we have our goal at 20 pips, I told you I was going to show you guys something exciting tonight, right? If your goal is 20 pips, you got 3 main markets that are broker carries, right? Gold versus US dollar, gold versus Aussie dollar, and then gold versus the euro. So we have 3 of those. Now let's say you only need 20 pips, and now let's you split that into 3 because you got 3 different markets to choose from. Technically, you only need like, don't let me do the math too much, but you know, I'm sure it's like 6.3 or something like that. Don't quote me. But if we had to do the math, it's just, you know, you just need a little bit over 6. You just need a little bit over 6 pips per market to kind of hit that goal, right? And so it makes it that much easier. Let's say you get in at 28.92 when I like as soon as you got the trade, you hit the button. You would still be up 10 15 pips just on this market right now if you took that signal. And what I'm telling you guys is if that goes across three different markets and you got 15 pips on each market, right? Very easy to do. The movements don't need to be drastic. They don't need to be, they don't need to be magnificent. And I'm going to show you what guys why here and how powerful just 20 pips are. Now, would you guys say that from hold on, looks like I might have a question. How do we know when to buy and sell? Like how to know when the market will go up and down? Can one do for one for sell? Yes, you can do. I will get. So I'm gonna get to your question in just a second. Let me finish my point. But yeah, give me one moment. So 2907, all the way down from 2894. You're looking at about 13, 14, 15 pips in that area. And if you got 13 on each one on each market, obviously there's going to be room for you guys to get in on the trade at 28.98 or 20, but if you did that across all 3 markets, you would still be getting your 20 pips. So you want to get in as close to the best entry as possible. But let's say you don't and you feel like you completely missed the movement. Don't necessarily feel that way because if you're looking at TP2 and TP3, there might be a little bit more on the platter. So obviously, if you see that at one point in time that when you get to TP1 and it crosses TP1, right? If that was the first one, that's cool. But if it gets to TP2, right, and now we're close to TP3, I don't know if this is the same signal. I don't think this is the same signal I sent out. Might have been, but nonetheless, there's room in there is what I'm trying to say. There just that little bit of slivet is all you need to make money in this market. I'm gonna pull up email I was drafting up for my traders because I really want you guys to break it down on how you can scale your account in a short amount of time if you lock in and focus. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me pull that up for you guys. Second. And to answer your question, Alejandro, in a nutshell, it's called market structure. We kind of went over it a few weeks ago. I will send you a playlist for you to kind of tap in with, but it's market structure. Once you learn market structure, you'll know when to buy and when to sell. Understanding just where the market is going. Not like if you see the market going down on the charts, it's not wise to go against the grain. You want to go with the wave. You got me? And we can definitely talk about it more as well. Give me 1 second. Let me finish pulling up this email. And the reason why I keep saying 20 pips and why 20 pips is so exciting. So 20 pips right now, if we needed 20 more pips right now, it'd be 29.28. 29.28. That would be 20 pips. What I'm saying is if you guys break that down across 3 markets, you would technically only need 6. And clearly you guys see that it goes up to like 40, 60 on the change on the pips. It goes up, anywhere from shoot. I know these past few weeks, gold versus Australian dollar has gone up 70 in a day, 70 pips in a day, and you just need a slivet of that. So when I show you this email, I want you guys to really understand the power of a pip. All right. 1 second. These freaking Zoom tools stay in the way. They are undefeated. I promise you that they are undefeated. Goodness gracious. All right. So we're there now. All right, cool. So I'm gonna drag this over here and then I'm gonna show you guys this email. Let me just chat up real quick. Feel free to drop some more questions in the chat. All right, cool. So this is the power of 20 pips. All right. You guys can see my screen okay? Okay, let me see if I can get rid of this. Or what happened? All in my emails. Goodness gracious. All right. Okay. So it looks like I can't do that. All good. So what I want you guys to necessarily focus on is this area right here. All right. This is just with gold. This is just with gold versus US dollar, gold versus Australian dollar, and then gold versus the euro. Your whole goal is to get 20 pips a day. All right. So if you're starting off very fresh account, I've been testing this with like $100. I've been testing the same theory. And to let you guys know, this is what I mean, whereas you just need to up your lot size. And this can go on for quite some time. So within a 30-day period, what is capable of at the end of this is a $6,900 payout, right? And what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do is go on a 90-day run to phase up in this process. But 20 pips, right? So Monday, day 1, your goal is to get 20 pips. That would be $20, right? Day 2, you up your lot size. And this is starting off with account. Obviously, you don't need much. You only need $50 technically to start an account, and you'd be able to do a 0.01. But obviously, you're gonna need to make room for drawdown. So obviously, if you can pad your account, the better. But 0.02, right? Lot size, 20 pips. That's $40. Same exact work. Same exact work. You're still getting 20 pips. You're just upping the lot size, right? Same thing. Next day, day 3, 0.03, 20 pips, $60. Meanwhile, you're growing your trading balance and your capital and your equity over time. And all you do is 0.04, the same 20 pips. I would have to say that 20 pips on this on gold is it's easy to get. And when I say easy, I mean obviously you still have to identify the opportunities. And this is a Monday through Friday thing. So when I say 30 days, I mean 30 trading days. All right. I believe there's like 21 trading days. Yeah, I'm gonna say 21 trading days within every month. So, just balancing that out and understanding. Obviously, you could trade crypto on the weekends, but not trading weekends. This is just Monday through Friday. If this was your job, this is what it would be looking like. Now, I feel like at the 0.05, obviously $100 a day. I know that's some of you guys' goal. So I just want to break this down tangibly of what it actually will look like for by the lot size for you guys to be basically able to make the money that you're looking to make. All right. Because at the end of the day, all this knowledge is great, but if you actually can't see it for yourself, and you actually can't get to the money, because obviously you don't know which lot size and when to use what, right? This gives you a scale. There's automatic trading, account risk management already tied into this because you're obviously trading once you have your first winning trade, right? Your goal is to get that next winning trade, right? And if you do this over 3 markets, you guys see how I trade with the 3 trade, or maybe not all of you guys, but in the morning we trade. And the first thing I do is I put in a test position. When I'm actually going to trade, I place 3 trades at once, right? So now that cuts my percentage down to not even having to give 20 pips in one trade. I can get 20 pips in three trades. So if it only goes up 4 pips, but I had 3 trades open, now I'm up 12 pips. Market didn't move much, but I'm up 12 pips, right? And now I did that across 3 different markets, right? So so I want you guys to see how easy it is to get 20 pips. It depends on how you break it down in your account risk management. Now, at the same time, if you're trading, if your goal is $20, you have to at least be willing to risk $20. You got me, per trade. You got me. So that's how I want you guys to think about it. But as you build up, this risk is tied in with your profits. All right. So at the end of this first 30 days, your trading balance would reach $9,280, and this is only at a 0.30 lot size. You got me? It's not a super huge lot size. When I tell you, once you have over $1,000, it really makes 0.30, not obviously, yeah, you can tank your account with less. You got me? But what I am telling you guys is that if you follow this plan, if you don't skip a day, if you look diligently in the market and find your opportunities one by one, it's always about the next best trade, right? And you find these one by one, you can be in and out the market within 15, 20 minutes doing this. You got me? All you're doing is upping your lot size, same 20 pips all the way down, upping your lot size. I have a phase 2 for you guys. So I really want you guys to be really tangible and really see what's going on within these Forex markets. I'm not the only one taking advantage of this. You got me? I'm sure you guys have seen it, and I'm sure now that you're actually, in the class, I'm sure you guys are getting all kinds of ads on Facebook, and you got me. So what I want you guys to think about is paying yourself, right? Bring your trading balance up to this one right here is a $2,380 payout for yourself. I put it in here so that the algorithm is basically going to be 25% per month. Every month you're paying yourself 25% of what you earned. You got me? So this might not, the first month, obviously, I'm not sure what your bill's like. Maybe that's a life changer for you. Other people, for some of us, that's a nice little drop in the bucket. You got me? And that's all you need to start off with. Pay yourself. Now you're back here. And here's the reason why. This is something I'm gonna give you guys a tangible reason why you don't want to just take out everything you earn. Because number one, you want to be building equity. You don't want to be chopping yourself from the legs, from the knees, and you haven't learned to walk yet, right? So it's a mental thing that it does when you show back up Monday morning and your account is at 50 or 75% less than when you first got in, and that does something to you mentally. You got me? So you want to leave something in there to feel abundant. You want to leave something in there to give you more motivation to at least go get this back. And then also, if you notice, when on day 31, the lot size goes back down to 25, right? So all I did was take 25% and start back with that same lot size that it would have finished off at the amount that you have in your account. I hope that makes sense. But nonetheless, so we're back at 0.25, coming down from 0.30, right? and we're right back at it. So, Kane, I think you were saying your goal was 400. So 0.20, very doable on a $500 account. 0.20. It's a little aggressive for a $500 account. Honestly, I wouldn't do it. But if you wanted to, that's what it would take. 20 pips at 0.20. You got me? And that's what you would need for 400 a day. Obviously, this is day 20, so that's what I'm. So when you want to break things down mentally on how quickly you can get somewhere, it's gonna be based on trade by trade, brick by brick. You got me? And the reason why you guys should be excited about this, because at some point it makes more and more sense. And I'm talking about very soon. If you put in the work, it makes sense. This is the second payout, second month, basically the first 60 trading days. So that's probably going to fall into about a 2.5 month period. But this is the type of money that you could be expecting to make. You got me? And when I tell you these lot sizes, they're tied into your account balance. But when I tell you when I started trading, I was not sticking to one of these trading plans. I didn't have one of these. And so yeah, there's trades where I'm making 17, 18, $2,000 on a trade, 2,500 on a trade. But at the same time, this is where it's at. Overall, looking back on how I got into trading and the fact that yeah, I feel like I was more lucky than I was actually smart or intelligent about the markets, right? I feel like I was more lucky than anything. And looking back, right? And so what I want you guys to understand is it's not about getting the quick money. It's about being able to provide for yourself long term. And there any flash in the pan where you're getting those huge chunks of money, they can be gone just as quick, especially if you start to tailor your mindset to basically being able to make that type of money all the time. Because when you have a bad day and you go from making 2,500 in a trade and now you can only make 250 in a day for whatever reason, it's going to mess with your psychology just a little bit, and you're going to keep making bad trade after bad trade trying to chase that 2,500. So what I'm saying is build it brick by brick. Go through this first 30 days, 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, and build it from there. Any questions about anything we covered? All right. So any questions about is this my Drew on the screen? Any questions about the what's name? The class today. Obviously, these are random phantom trades, but I just want you guys to understand how this works. When you do pit it, when you do place in a stop loss, obviously we have take profit, stop loss here, I only placed it on one, but you have the potential loss and profit that'll automatically get equated to you if you scroll to the right. And whether you're on your phone or your iPad or your laptop, all this looks different. So you just want to play around. That's why I don't want to go through everything, because I literally want you to get on your demo account and play around. I'm not going to show you everything on here, but when I tell you that just play around, you can't press any wrong buttons. Your computer and laptop isn't going to blow up. You got me. So just play around with see how many different ways there is to place a trade. Just this alone. This one, we got this icon right here. We got this icon right here, and then we got these right here, right? That's three different ways that you can place a trade, and it's just whichever you prefer, whatever your system is. It gives you flexibility. This is your world. When you talk about trading being a business, this is exactly what they're talking about. You come in here and you organize your business how you need it to be organized so that you can trade effectively and profitably. All right. Outside of that, Queens and Kings, give me a call, give me a text, shoot me a DM. I'm gonna be going through this same email that I'm going right now. I haven't done this in probably like about a year and a half or so, and I think I only made this in about like 63 days, I want to say. So what I'm looking to do now is to get through a full 90 days. So I'm thinking probably maybe the beginning of next week or 2 weeks from now. I'm going to be implementing this on probably like a $500 account. I want you guys to really see what this can do for you guys. And it doesn't take a lot of money to do this. All you got to do is take your time and understand that if you can see it, you can do it. You got me? If you can see it, you can do it. This can be you. This isn't far-fetched. You got me? These numbers are not even crazy numbers. That's what I want you guys to think. So when you're coming from W2 mindset, to having to kind of think about trading as becoming your lifestyle, I want you guys to completely take off the scale or the mask that you have held over your brain when it comes to getting into trading. And it's going to be necessary. I need you to think as abundantly as possible, because if you can do that, you're going to consistently find winning trades. But if you come into the this is too hard for me, it's too advanced, I can't do. If you come in with that mindset, it's not going to work out for you. You're going to continue to place bad trade after bad trade, and it's going to be hard just for you to overcome your own psychology. All right. And the last thing you want to do in these markets is be fighting yourself. We got to go fight those markets. We got to go be the ones to really be the lions, go track down our food, get our 20 pips per day, and keep it moving. We show up tomorrow when the sun comes up. All right. But nonetheless, if you guys need anything from me, I'm here for you. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen. If you guys need anything, just give me a call, give me a text, shoot me a DM, and we can kind of go from there. But I appreciate you guys. You have a good night. If there's no questions, and I'll stay on a few minutes after. If anybody wants to stay on and just kind of go over anything, I got a little bit of time. I got time today. All right. So you guys let me know. But if not,